Alrighty then. Looks like my timer's running down, so I might actually try switching on the camera. Looks like so far so good. I got 3 cameras set up now in my new workshop. Got this overhead camera. I can look down at the workbench. Got this microscope. I feel like I need one more camera that's not as far away as the overhead, but we'll see how this goes. I might not be doing this for too long today. I just kind of want to do a test run and make sure all this crap I just hooked up works. Trying out a lapel mic that's hooked up to an Android phone, so it's wireless. So we'll see if I can wander around the space and not get tangled up in cords. Got some Amiga tunes going on, that's cool. With the microscope, one of the things I'm going to do soon is teach myself how to do surface mounted soldering. And I see the auto mod is as hair trigger as ever. Hoping I can iron out the wrinkles with all this. You know, the microscope's got a very low frame range. I'm trying out a bunch of random stuff. I couldn't get all the cameras to work on the same computer, so I've got a couple cameras hooked up to a Raspberry Pi that is streaming over my Wi-Fi, which might be a terrible idea. My microphone is hooked up to a phone in my pocket, and that's streaming wireless to my laptop. So there's a whole bunch of potential for this to not work at all. So I'm just kind of slapping together whatever crap I got around to see if I can join it all up into a workshop stream. I don't have a ton of plans right now, although I don't know, maybe I'll start digging into this soldering kit and see what I can do. I've never really done much surface mounted soldering before. I got a couple of the kits that I want to make. The big thing I want to make, I want to work up to making and I don't want to screw it up. I bought this. So I got a Mac Classic. And I bought this blue SCSI kit. There's a little bit of surface mount soldering. But apparently, this thing, blue SCSI, yeah, blue SCSI. This is apparently an SD card, a SCSI device, so that I can give my classic Mac a more modern SCSI hard drive. Really, the only thing that needs surface mount soldering on it, I think, is the SD card slot, which is, only like pins or something. But I want to screw up some other stuff first before I screw it up. And I got a brand new hot air gun over here. I haven't used a whole lot yet, so I'm probably going to screw some things up with that. I also have someone had told me I should get some non-functional e-waste and try desoldering it. So I've got a terrible old 2.0 USB hub here that hasn't worked for years. I might take it apart and desolder everything on it. We'll see what I do with that. And one of the last times I streamed, I managed to break my Nintendo Wiimotes. And maybe if I learn a little more of the surface mounted soldering, I can fix a few things on that. So what do I want to do with this first? This kit is kind of cool. There's not a whole lot to it. It's used to presenting things with this camera. This is just kind of like a generic cruddy little board I got off Amazon. Supposedly, when it works, lots of pretty lights show up. Oof. And I'm outside, so I got bugs in here, and that's fun. It's force debug or soldering a QFP. This has, apparently it's only got like QFP, figure out which way to turn my hand. Got QFP, this little bugger, QFP 44, which is not too bad. I say that not having done this kind of thing all that much before. I've really been out of the practice of streaming for a while. I don't have a good radio presence or patter anymore, especially when I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I don't know, I guess I could just get into this thing. What hurts to... I know they've got like a little circuit diagram that is what this thing is supposed to eventually be. He wants to be trying out, pick out itty bitty pins. Yeah. The best I've seen, if you don't care about the survival of chips, I've seen people cut it off and then just like literally blow away pins with the hot air, which seems messy. What do I got here? I suppose I could use some water in my soldering iron. I left this bottle of distilled water out here all winter. It froze and busted the cap off. So that's fun. What do I got here? I got some tweezers. I'm going to be picking some parts. I bought some Chip Quick, which I've never used before, which is what I'm guessing will work best for some of these parts. I've watched a bunch of YouTube tutorials, and some of them had me being able to do it with my standard soldering iron. Some of them suggested using hot air, so I might try a little both. Let's see what goes on with that. Probably not going to stream for too long today. It's 4:18 p.m. where I'm at right now. I'm probably going to do it till like the end of the hour, maybe. We'll see. And then I'll review the video and see how good my new setup works or how bad it works. Cable management here too. Get that out of the way. I also have been setting up some classic game consoles and stuff in my basement, so at some point I might try a stream from the basement. Could be fun. I can show off my arcade fluorescent carpet. Sometimes I say I'm not going to be streaming longer, go for another 10 minutes. Yeah, I've done that a lot. Like, oh, short stream today, and then it's 4 hours later. And then I disappear for a year, so that's how I work. I have intentions of like doing this regularly, and then well, this time I moved house, and I just now got around to digging all the stuff out again. Let's see, what do I want to do first? I'm going to maybe do a little inventory of the parts. I don't know what some of these are. Some of these are real dang tiny. Which, I mean, that's the point of the surface mount, I guess, but... what are these guys? These are maybe... diodes? Let's find out. 16A, yeah, let's find out what those are. So that's maybe a thing I can do to like test out the microscope setup, is like see what parts I have here. That's probably a packet of resistors. Maybe I can get further down on these. That's my first time trying to use this microscope, so this is going to be a fun experiment. Those are resistors. Focus would help. This is like a $20 microscope or something from Amazon, so it's like barely can be called a microscope. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna guess these are resistors. What else we got? These are very, very tiny parts. I'm probably biting off more than I can chew with these things. What are these? Those are probably maybe LEDs? What else we got? Those are gonna be... Yeah, it looks like a diode. So this might be a strip of diode. One nice thing about this USB microscope is while I'm streaming it, that's also my screen to look at it myself. So that's cool. What we got? We got making a mess on my workbench. These are gonna be okay, that looks like more another part I was just looking at. I'm also kind of happy with the I built a over here on my screen, yeah, that little AV one. That's a YouTube player I got working on OBS, which is kind of cool. I can control the playlist and the shuffle. And I got a few playlists I'm playing with. Let's see, the chip. This is going to be... oh, that's interesting. When I get closer to doing something with this chip, maybe I'll Google what it is. Yeah, this is going to be a... I'm probably going to totally screw up this kit. I've never ever done this before. What is this? Oh, 555 controller? Maybe that's the thing that's going to make the lights blink. I suppose I could turn on the light on this thing. Does that help? Oh, that just blinds everybody. Yeah, the microscope's got a built-in light, but it seems like the glare doesn't make it super helpful. Alright, well, we'll get that out of there. What else we got? We got one of these. What is this? I suppose I could use the finer tip ones. Nudge things around. Doo-doo-doo. The other thing that I suppose the light would be handy for here is it could at least tell me where the center of the camera is. 205. I'm going to have to find out what part that is. Alright. Oh, now it's stuck to my, my tweezers. And what do we got here? We got a strip of something. Kind of hard to see that. Oh, those look like transistors? Maybe? Eh. I think I got, I think my tweezers are covered in flux. They're sticky. Let's see. Put these back into the microscope again. If I can get a number off of those, maybe I can Google them later. Gonna be doot doot doot. I'm gonna have to learn how to finesse things for this camera. A3X? Is that what it says on there? J3Y? Huh, okay. I'll have to Google that. Oh, I realize I haven't added a source to OBS to share a browser view. I'll have to add that later. Let's see, what are these? Doo-doo. Looks like EO1. Oh, I'll have to find out what those are. EO1. Yeah, I thought maybe they'd be listed on my schematic somewhere. I don't know. I'll find out what those are. The whole new world of tiny, tiny, tiny parts that skitter away from me on my workbench. Let's see, it looks like 206. Also, these tweezers, very sharp. They look huge under the microscope. I'm going to try to refrain from singing myself, but yeah. What do they say? No sex hit. Research required some kind of law to sing at me. Whole new. Here. Another strip of parts. Oh, these are probably LEDs. It's kind of fun to have these parts that are clearly meant to be handled by some kind of machine. And I'm going to manually do crap with. Yeah, those look like LEDs. I think? Yeah. What's we got here? Guessing those are resistors. I also got a jeweler's loop, but that doesn't help a whole lot on the stream. This very, very exciting stream of me showing off parts. Holy crap, what are these? These are so tiny. I am very doubtful that I'm going to be able to solder these. I guess we'll see. Holy cow, these are about the size of a grain of sand. That is ludicrous. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see if I manage to do those. I don't know where on the board those might go, but... Huh. I do see that there's like some pads on the back of this board that I think are just for like torturing myself. Yeah, maybe they go here. That is ludicrous. Well, we'll see what I end up doing. Yeah, I don't even know. I was about to drop it and lose it forever. These are actually visible on the camera above me, but like, these are so tiny. Focus. Focus. Well, sort of focusing. There we go. So tiny. Anyway. Yeah, if these get too hard for me with the equipment I got, I may put some of it off. As small as I really need to go for an actual project I want to do is an SD card slot, which is significantly bigger than those resistors. Like, these pads look kind of huge. Yeah, those pads look almost huge compared to those resistors. Always nice to put together a bunch of stuff that are not for ages. Yeah. That's what happens every time I like think I'm going to start doing this streaming thing, is I throw everything together and then I stop doing it, and then I come back later and forget what all the buttons do. I'm looking on this board for... Where's D4, D5? Oh, I'm way off where I thought the thing was. I wanted to show off the Happy Mac. This thing, if I manage to build it, is going to be an SD card-based hard drive for a Mac Classic. So it should make my my Mac Classic happy. Let me just drop these. Oh, I only dropped a cat. Weezers, that's so cute. So, the nice thing about this particular board is that it is mostly through-hole. So, it should be able to do most of this Come on, focus. I gotta get back in the habit of this. Anyway, this is mostly through hole. It's only got the one surface mounted thing, but I want to get into a little bit better practice. And I think what I'm doing right now is I'm putting off firing up the soldering iron because I'm nervous I'm gonna totally screw this up on camera, and I haven't streamed in a while. Anyway, I should probably just try it. I think the camera is set to autofocus. I haven't gotten into that habit I've seen people do where they stick their hand behind the thing so it's got a thing to focus on. And it's above my head and I'm not used to playing with it yet. It's also a terrible webcam. Well, I mean, it's not a terrible webcam, it's just a Logitech webcam. No, this is not set to autofocus because there's no such thing on the microscope. Alright, let's look at that microscope. What would I like to do first? Also, I'm hoping I can do some of this soldering and not melt my microscope. We'll see. It's just a cheapo plastic thing, so we'll see what happens. Alright, what else do I got? Got a couple chips here. I don't know what kind of chip this is. Imagine this goes here. Let's see what kind it is. It's got markings on it. Will our light help us at all? Oh, there we go. Benzo CT53B? Alright, well that's useful to have seen. We got two of those. They gave me two, so in case I screw one up. No, this isn't the spot where that one goes. That's interesting. Absolutely no idea what I'll be doing. Looks like the same chip, so neither of them go there, I guess. We have this chip that I think might go here. Get a good grip on it and take a look at it. CD 4017-8, something or other. No, I didn't. Keep seeing things fall on the floor, and I think it's just crud. Well, actually, I think this chip does go right there. That's it says. There's a stupid glare. I'm looking at the schematic diagram, which I should probably add another camera at some point. I want to add a camera to point at paper, so like if I have instructions or something, I can leave them on camera too. This looks like a CD4017BN, which also looks to be... How will this look on the microscope? Terrible. It'll look terrible on the microscope. But this looks like the chip that they want right there. So, but a chip might be too advanced for me at the current moment. Yeah, so there's a schematic. It's telling me what resistors go, which place and where. I could probably start in a quarter, maybe? I don't know. We got resistor, a diode, and a transistor right here. I could maybe start with those. Those are probably easy. This says, looking for diode 18. Diode 18. Looks like an LED. Which is right here. I'm looking at diode 1, diode 18. That looks like an LED. R67, is that what we're looking at here? Yeah, that's R67. It's like, R67 wants to be a 330 ohm resistor. Let's see if I can find one of those. I looked at all my parts. I don't know what they all are yet. Let's see. Let's say 16E. I have no idea what that means. What does 16E mean? I guess I will start to learn what these codes mean. 16E, according to the interwebs, is, calculate 3-digit SMD resistor. 60 ohms. I'm guessing that's a strip of 16 ohm resistors. Maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe not this stream, but next stream. I think I'm going to add back in a window share so I can share my, my browser lookups with everyone. Let's see, what is that? That's 103. Huh. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, so I'll learn all this for the first time. I suppose I could look up the part I need to find here for R67. According to the schematic, I need to find a 330 ohm resistor. So I found a web page that can let me convert ohm to a code. It says 331. Okay, well, let's see if I got a part here that says 331. And then that'll be my step over this. Let's see, that's 391. That's not it. And avoid the discovery for me here. And that's why I chase parts around my workbench. Yada yada, that says LED. These are diodes, I figured that out. These are tiny, tiny resistors, I'm not dealing with them yet. These say 391, which I don't think that's what I need yet. This says 206, okay. Those say nothing. Figure out what those are. Those are probably also LEDs, huh? Do, 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 do. 103, okay. Well, these look like transistors. So I think at least I found those. Well, I am fully confused which part I should be finding here. 205. I'm hoping I didn't just drop them on the phone. Okay. I suppose half the adventure is figuring out what the parts all are. $67 is supposed to be $330 of them. Well, this webpage tells me it should say 331 when I find the correct part. Getting tangled up in my supposedly wireless microphone. Well, 330 ohm resistors is supposed to be one of the most common parts for this board. So I'm guessing 391. What does that get? So I would expect that to be 390 ohm, huh? But nothing on this board calls for 390 ohm. Guess I could look at the list of parts, which the funny part about the list of parts is, since this is the cheapest kit I could find, the instructions are all in Chinese, which I can't read, but I could probably get the gist of it. But there is at least a bill of materials here. And it says I should have 15 of these resistors. So maybe 390 ohm is close enough. Because there are 5, 10, 15. There's just 15 of them. Alright, and maybe this is the part that I want. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15. Well, alright, maybe that's the part. I got a whole year to learn Chinese. Yeah, no. I did not, yeah, I actually had thought, oh, maybe I should learn French or refresh myself on Spanish or something during the panini, but no, I did none of those things. Alright. Well, alright. I'm gonna see if I can solder a part. This is, I believe, a 390 ohm resistor, according to what the internet's telling me. This board is supposed to do a thing, like it's supposed to have some blinking lights when it's all done. I may screw that up. We'll see. So, I guess one of my first challenges is, how do I get one of these out of this package without totally throwing it across the room? We'll see about that. And I think I want to solder these parts here. I mean, I guess I can just kind of like squeeze my way into the package and see if I can get one of these out of there. Or I could Google it real quick. How do you get into a strip of surface mount parts? How to open a strip of SMD components. Because I know these are supposed to be used by machine, so Peel the plastic. Okay, well, that's all the internet says to do, is to try peeling off the plastic. So hopefully I can find a way to just, like, peel this open. Have I tried being whatever these machines are meant for? No. They probably have a hard job. The other fun thing about these tweezers is they look enormous under the microscope. Well, not enormous, but they're sharp. Oh, okay, well. But if I use the flat tweezers, I can start to lift the plastic away. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, if I'm careful, I can get one part at a time out. I can use my my angled tweezers to get in there. I remember some of the last streams I was doing. I can just dump it out. There we go. I can just dump it out. On the last streams I did, what I was very, very good at is continually just dropping parts on the floor. So that's exciting. Okay, well, look at that. I got a part out. So now, I want to put that part in the appropriate place. It looks so easy under the microscope. It's gonna go there. I guess it'll be easier to stick there once I put some solder paste down. The other thing is I should probably stabilize the board itself so it's not constantly moving around. That sounds like a valuable skill. Yeah, dropping things? Yeah. It's very valuable. A comedy, I guess. How do I want to stabilize this board? Have one of these fun beasties. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. I gotta get back into practice of this. I suppose this could be used to hold the board in place while I do things to it. How do I want to do this? I might even move the microscope to be held by one of these little arms. These things are fun because I know it's a cheap little helping hands kind of thing I got off Amazon. But I know that these are also like the hoses used to position like coolant sprays, which is interesting that this is like a repurposed use for it. Let's see. Let's see if this is at all a useful way to hold this. It's going to become very unuseful soon. I could use this one to hold the microscope, I guess. Just to stabilize this. This is probably a mistake, but at least half of what I want to do on this stream is be an idiot. So I got this held in place by that, which is not the best thing in the world. Alright. I guess what I'm looking at now is I really still want to use the microscope. Being an idiot and dropping parts on the floor. Yep, that's me. That is what I do. And also, I need to make sure I do not have the microscope as the big camera when I'm making it do lots of dramatic things, because that makes people puke. Yeah, this stream's going well so far. Shoot. Maybe this isn't how I want to do this. This is a learning adventure. Really, all I want to do is clamp it. The board doesn't move. Maybe this isn't how I want to do this. Could be I need more tools. That's another excuse for this, is buy myself more tools. Bring you back. So, I just got Mr. Resistor stuck to my finger. That's fun. Yeah, tools are fun. Alright, well, I got the right part in there. You know what I can do? You know what I can do? I can just take one of these arms off and use its, use the alligator clips to keep the board in place. That's what I can do. But yeah, getting new tools are like toys for adults, or at least supposed adults. Let's get 2 of these arms just to be sure. The thing is, I want it to stay on this little microscope bed. I think I want it to stay there. I've seen people use cool, like, magnetic little standoffs. You want to get a pine sol and some nice calipers? Yeah, I want to get a pine sol. Those look like fun soldering irons. I bought a little while ago. I haven't used it yet, but I did buy this digital caliper, which I haven't really used yet, but apparently it can be hooked up to a computer for measurement acquisition, which I guess if I want to make very careful notes. What am I looking for next? I have a little cut on my finger and the band-aid's coming off, so I'm just going to wrap some painter's tape around my finger for a bit. Currently stuck with baby's first soldering iron kit iron. Yeah, for the longest time I had like a soldering iron that was like my first soldering iron out of high school. From Radio Shack, back when Radio Shack actually still sold soldering irons. Oh, this is a bad idea. Painter's tape doesn't stick to my finger. Anyway. Okay. So I'm going to clamp this down real quick. Just stick this guy out of the way. This is all I want to do. I want this board not to move. So we can do that. Yeah, screw it. I'm just going to take this off. But yeah, that first soldering iron I had was good enough for, like, I don't know, Arduino kind of stuff. I did some arcade machine board repairs with it. Alright, that's stable enough. That's clamped enough. Okay, so I'm focusing on these resistors, and in all of this moving crap around, I'm proud to say I have not yet lost the resistor, which was not at all guaranteed as a success. It's okay. We're going to put Mr. Resistor right there. Oh, I know what's going on here. The board is straight, the microscope was not straight. There we go. Look at me. Okay, so I'm going to put Mr. Resistor right there. I think the first thing I gotta do to finally get down to some soldering is to squirt a little bit of solder on those points. Which I have not used this before. It smells fun. Alright. I have never used this before, so I'm going to screw it up. Let's see. This piece is for manual dispensing only. Okay. And I guess a good thing is this kit is nothing I care about, so if I screw it up, that's fine. Looks like that goes on the end of the, sticking this on the end of the plunger. Yeah, you can't see that very well. I got this. Never used it before. This is going to be terrible. Okay. Okay, back to microscope. I feel like this playlist is working out pretty well. I think I'm going to try switching over to some Commodore 64 stuff. See if that works. How about not this one? There we go, Crazy Common. Yeah, that's a pretty cool song. Okay, so how do I dispense? Just a tiny bit. You know what, I might want to try dispensing this. Let's see. How to install the plunger. You can't read that on microscope. This is why I think I need a fourth camera, which is just for like reviewing instructions and things. So I got this little tiny card. It says how to install a plunger. And it's not gonna focus. Hello, focus there. Push rubber tip onto plunger. Make sure screw cap. I can't keep my hand steady. Make sure orange screw cap is tight, prevents the push plunger until it fully inserts, pull back through. Okay. Whatever, that doesn't need to be fully read out loud, I guess. So I kind of jumped the gun by putting the syringe tip on already. So I put the rubber tip on, put the thing in. I think it's inserted now. Yeah, it looks in there. Yeah, okay. I'll pull back to relieve some pressure. Alright, well, I guess what I want to try doing first is before I put it on there, maybe I'll try dispensing the product onto some plastic, just to get a feel for it. So let's see. It's a steady hand, just like operation. Because I'm probably going to just dump a bunch of solder on this the first time I actually try to make it work. Oh, there it goes. Okay, that's not too... Oh yeah, okay. That's really going. Probably switch over to my microscope view to get a better view of that. So, you know, just kind of trying to get... It's a freaky buzzing noise, yeah. I nicked the patient's liver. Alright. I've seen better dispensing tips for this stuff maybe I understand why they exist. I want to be able to get just a little tiny bit of this stuff out. And it looks like it takes just a bare little bit of pressure on the plane. That's good to know. A little tiny bit of pressure is all it takes. Okay. I've never really been one for building models, like Gundams and all that fun stuff. But I think if I had more experience with putting together tiny models, I'd be better at this out of the gate. Because I just blow it right off the board. Okay, well that looks like a lot of solder under the microscope. But it's barely the size of a letter. And stuff looks gross. Yeah, it looks pretty gross. Alright, well, having seen these little blobs I put out, I think I might have judged how much of the poop I need to get out of there. And I just want to cover these little tabs. Little pads. Let's see. Yeah, it's funny because the needle tip is about as big as the pad itself. Let's go to the next one. No, not that one. Not that. There we go, this is a cool one. Alright. So I get that on the pad. Give it just a little tiny bit of pressure. And while I'm looking away at the camera, or at the screen, my hand is all over the place. Well, I mostly got the pad. Might be good enough. Probably isn't. Let's see, can I kind of smush it up? What doesn't help is I'm looking at my screen to give me my view on the microscope. And, oh, that's plenty. I'm looking at the screen. In fact, that's too much. I'm looking at the screen and there's lag. So, what I really need is an actual real microscope that I can look through. That's a lot of crap on there, isn't it? Well, I guess we'll find out how bad it is. Maybe I can scrape a little more off. Yeah, I just took it all off, didn't I? Oh well. I'm gonna have to get better at this because if I plan on getting this whole board done, that's a lot to get on there. I'm gonna try again. Scrape it all off. Because I think if I can get my hand steady, just right. That's about what I want. Okay. It's really weird. It looks huge on the microscope. But I know, looking at it with my naked eyes, it's very tiny. Alright. Well, that's gross. What's on there? Oh, that's a mess. We'll see what happens. Okay, well, I'm still happy to say that I have not lost the part. I'm glad I'm practicing this first. Does that not go on there? I guess that doesn't go on there like I think it does. Bored by this musical. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's keep it that. Huh. What time is it? Oh, it is 5 after 5. Well, I think what I'm going to try doing is maybe solder just this one resistor. And then call it a stream, because I need to go to get some dinner. Maybe try one side then the other. Also, that does look pretty messy. Jab, jab, jab. Yeah. One side, then the other would be, from what I've read, good for if type of soldering not with hot air. That is a lot of solder, isn't it? Oy vey. Just as long as it doesn't bridge in the middle, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't use little pliers for that. That's pretty straight. Probably entirely bridged underneath. Like, it's super gross right here. Well, I'm probably going to screw up this board, but I think I'm going to try it. I think this is a mistake. I don't even know which size nozzle to use. Probably the smallest I can use. But then I don't know. Because this is the nozzle I have in my hot air gun right now. And it looks absolutely enormous. Well, I suppose it would heat up that whole part. Yeah, alright. Maybe that's not the worst size to use. Well... yeah, that does look very messy there. The more I look at it in the microscope. I also know the more I mess with it, the closer I'll come to just totally diffing it up. I should probably not be sitting down when I start using this thing. Okay. I'll flip it on. Hot air. Done. Total mistake to give myself one of these. Just like an El Cheapo little hot air gun. I've read I need to get the air just so without it being too fast that it blows the part off the board. Oh, I think it's... oh no! Look at that. That's awful. Yep, nope, that's awful. That's going to be just a completely bridged mess if I keep going. Alright, well. And I learned something. So before I fully destroy that part, yeah, that's just a mess. Okay. Wow, you really just need like barely any solder at all in there. Well, what a learning experience this is. Huh. I mean, I guess I could like, well, here's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to get the resistor out of there. I think I can remove this with solder braid, even if it's soldered. I don't actually know how quick the solder melts. So, that would be useful to know. Whew, this is hot. So, if I point the hot air at this thing, it's interesting. I want to see How long does it take? I think my iron's set for what? It's just set at a default of like 572, which maybe that's too low. Oh, but there we go. Yeah, like magic. Look at that. Well, so that's interesting. Those blobs just like formed right up. So that's cool. I got my other soldering iron on. I think I can use some solder wick to pull that off. The other thing I could do, I guess, is I could just put the resistor there and hack it in manually by hand, but no, I don't think I want to do that yet. That, I guess, is an achievement for my stream. That's the first time I've ever melted solder with a hot air gun. So I guess achievement unlocked. I'm curious. Can I clean that off with a solder break? I think the answer is yes. Somewhat. Oh yeah, it's coming off. Okay. I'm also making the mistake of touching the solder braid with my bare finger, which is of course heating up. Yeah, it's alright. I've got most of the solder off of there. Alright, well... Let me get her off of there. Clean those pads up a little bit. Yeah, these pads are pretty clean. Okay. So I guess that's a good first thing to learn then. Before I even try to get a component on there, learn how to make a mistake and then clean it up. Which I kind of just did. So that's cool. Now I understand that I need very, very little solder. Alright, well, I have been streaming for a bit over an hour. I want to do more of this, but it's dinner time. So, I'm going to bid y'all adieu for now. Thanks for everybody who came by and watched my awkward first stream after a year or so. Well, more than that. Hopefully I'll be back soon. I'm hoping to do some more of this. And maybe actually some of the forward as I stumble through learning how to do this stuff. So, alright. Thanks for watching.